Hi everyone. This week in our family faith guides, the question is, what is a faith community and how are we together becoming disciples of Jesus Christ? I'd like to talk about two things. First of all, what is a faith community? A faith community is an intentional group of Christians who come together to worship Jesus Christ and to be his disciples. A faith community. Community means that we somehow know one another, that we are connected to one another, that we feel maybe even responsible for one another. It is for this very question that we have begun this whole process. So back in September we talked about and we began the family faith guides that we send to your homes, but now we're at the next critical step, small faith groups. You know, we have a community of say 3,000 families, something like maybe 10,000 individuals. No one can know that many people. Maybe nobody wants to know that many people. How could you? But you can know 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 families, depending on how big the families are. So our hope would be that we begin to rebuild community, that we begin to rebuild the foundation of who we are by first of all getting to know each other and learning all over again how to trust one another. That over time then your small faith community would become a group of friends, people who share the same values you have, who believe the same things you do, and who have children or the same sort of beliefs and values and thoughts and actions and responsibilities that you do. And you guys can begin to support one another in your life, but also in your spiritual life. We want to rebuild our community, our co-union together. So small faith groups are really important. And I know it's maybe a little bit hard, particularly if you think you don't know them at the beginning. It's always hard when you don't know somebody at the beginning. But there are some things you have in common already. That you're already parishioners at Christ the Good Shepherd, that you already are Catholic, and that you have the same values. The next step is just learning about each other a little bit. And over time, that becomes more and more easy. To trust enough that God's Holy Spirit is going to be with you as you get to know each other little by little. As your community gets better and more comfortable with each other, so do others, and our base community becomes stronger. The second part, how are we together becoming disciples, missionary disciples of Jesus Christ? So first of all, we are followers of Jesus, therefore we're his disciples. So what's a missionary disciple? It's a disciple who is sent, a disciple who is on mission. So in our small faith group communities, over time we hope you get to know one another better and you become a community and our community becomes stronger. And then because we are stronger and we have more faith with each other, we become more courageous, if you will, to begin to exercise our faith in other ways, continuing to proclaim God's good news to the world around us. Thanks for listening. Take care.